Good morning, Madam. Hello again. First of all, on behalf of the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment of Thailand, I'd like to welcome you all to Thailand. And I'd like to, if you may, with your permission, start off with a little story of this beautiful creature in this, well, on the screen here. This is a dugong. On the 26th of June, earlier this year, this dugong was named Mariam, and she was found washed ashore in the southern part of Thailand. We nurtured her, we looked after her to the best of our ability, but unfortunately, on the 17th of September this year, merely 3 months later, she passed away. During the autopsy, we found 8 pieces of plastic bags in her intestine. 9 months old, a dugong, she broke the heart of the entire nation. So, Madam, allow me to reiterate the importance of why we should tackle the marine debris, especially the plastic problem, so seriously. It concerns everyone. The butterfly effect is just a casual dropping away the plastic bags of some people and cause an entire country to be in sadness in the following day. With the government agencies, everyone, all the hands are needed on the deck. I mentioned earlier upstairs that when it comes to the marine debris, when it comes to the environmental problem, it's not just anyone's problem. It doesn't belong, it's not a single responsibility of a government, it's not the responsibility of a private sector, it's not a responsibility of a single citizen, but everyone, not just in Thailand, but in the entire ASEAN population. We need to do something. And we've seen through the presentation and the video and as well as upstairs, the concept of 3 R's, the reduce, reuse, and recycle. And also the latest concept of upcycle, which I'm sure many of you have paid a lot of interest in. Not just upstairs, but now the world-renowned house fashion like Prada and Gucci, they're starting to do the upcycle. This upcycle is when you actually take the waste plastic, you reprocess it and turn it into a new material, a new fiber. And you created something like what you've seen upstairs. You create a bag, you create a coat, jackets, and clothing with it. So when the world-renowned house started to pick up on something like that, I'm sure it would attract the attention of the entire globe. Especially now in this meeting, throughout the entire 2 or 3 days of the ASEAN Summit, we created a green meeting. A green meeting is where we try to minimize our carbon footprint. Every single material that you see around you now, whether it's the notebook, the pen, the food container, everything is 100% recyclable. And at the end of this meeting, by the end of the ASEAN Summit, we will calculate how much carbon we have produced, and the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, we will plant the number of trees to offset the amount of carbon that we have produced. So this meeting, this ASEAN Summit, will be declared a carbon neutral meeting, and this is the concept of a green meeting. This is another good example of when we're talking about the environment, it's not just about the government, it's not just about the people. So Thailand, under the leadership of His Excellency the Prime Minister, General Prayut Chan-o-cha, we do give a lot of emphasis on PPP, or the public-private partnership. So it's only when people and the government act together, hands in hand, that's when we will be able to tackle the environmental problem. We have also announced the waste management as the most important issue in Thailand, and our Prime Minister has announced it to be on the national agenda with the roadmap to manage and solid and hazardous waste and adopting the 3R principles. All these environmental issues is just caused by one single word, Madam, the word convenience. When you go into the shopping mall, when you go to convenience stores, it's convenience to just grab a plastic bag. Some of these bags don't even make it outside the shop. I'm sure you have encountered situations where you buy a bottle of water and it's being put in a plastic bag. Before you leave the store, you take out the bag and you put it in the bin. That's the end of it. So starting the 1st of January, Madam, Thailand, along with 43 and now it is 47 major corporations who owns half of the retail stores and convenience stores throughout Thailand, we will be stop handing out the single-use plastic bags. So by next year, hopefully, Thailand will have cut down our plastic, single-use plastic by half, because under the Sustainable Development Goal of United Nations, we do leave no one behind. All these trash, all these plastic bags, it always ends up in the poor people's area. Down the river, it gets stacked up, it gets washed up, and a lot of people are affected by it. So we do leave no one behind by tackling the environmental problem very seriously. And rest assured, Madam, Thailand, under the leader of General Prayut Chan-o-cha, our Prime Minister, he has a profound commitment in tackle our environmental issue, because we really don't need Lily to keep on reminding us to do something about our environment. We don't need our generations to remind us, because there is a saying, Madam, that we did not inherit this earth from our ancestors. We did not inherit this environment from our parents, but we merely borrowed our environment and natural resources, and we borrowed this earth from our future generations. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, together, let's return our earth, let's return our environment in a good shape for our children, for our grandchildren, and for our future generation. Thank you very much.